Ellis. I'll be your social worker for today.
Okay.
All right. And what's your name?
Keisha,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you.
How was parking?
Parking was a little weird. All the parking behind the building was full and there was no meters available. So I had to park way over there. Then I forgot where the building was.
All right. Yeah. They need to put more parking out here. We had talked about it in one of our classes, having more parking spaces out here because it gets really hectic out here.
It really was. I didn't think it would be at this time of day. It is like 6. So I was like, oh, it should be parked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just wanted to tell you thank you for coming in today. You know, it takes a lot of courage for someone to come in and talk to someone about things that's going on in their personal lives. But just want to commend you on that. That's really great. Also, I wanted to talk to you about confidentiality. Everything that we'll talk about will be between you and I, unless you talk about harming yourself or someone else.
Okay.
Okay.
So
And
y'all, you won't have to tell my professors or nobody at the school about what we're gonna talk about.
as long as you're talking, it's everything's between us. As
Okay.
long as you're not talking about harming you, someone else, then it's fine. It'll be between us.
Okay.
Okay. So, how may I help you today?
Okay. So I got a lot going on. I'm a senior in school, and I just feel like I can't get ahead. So to start things off, I broke up with my boyfriend in March, but he still keep coming in the picture. Like, so that's a lot to deal with because I feel like I'm trying to move on, but he keeps being there, and now I'm starting to feel like it's taking like an emotional toll on me. So I'm a little stressed out about that. Like, I'm not usually emotional, but it's just been a lot to deal with on top of school. So I don't even know. I don't even know if I should talk to him or try to be friends with him, or at least cordial, or just cut it off completely. What do you think?
Okay, so to straighten things out, like, so in the beginning, it was y'all were together coming into college, right?
What happened is, so we've known each other since 6th grade,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't want to be with him. Like, I didn't want to be his girlfriend until junior year of college. And then he went to the Navy or whatever. So we started talking right around the time he went to basic training.
Mm-hmm.
But then we dated, and I mean, we were best friends before. And I was like, okay, so maybe it'd be easier. Come around like December, we started dating in May, and then by December it was horrible, just horrible.
And then your relationship was mixing in with school, so you were having to balance out the two. Yeah, it's tough. Have you talked to him about it? Did you ever say
He don't care.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't understand that it's stressful this year,
Mm-hmm.
and junior was stressful too. For one, he got mad because I'm in a sorority, and he felt like that took a time away because of the process I had to go through,
Mm-hmm.
and it did. I'll admit that. And then I work, and then school, and it's not like we stayed close. He's in Maryland. He's stationed in Maryland, and I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Activities during school are always gonna, weigh in on the time that you spend with significant others. A lot of people have to have a hard time putting a relationship in college, but you're doing good. It seemed like you made it this far. You're doing great. How do you manage or deal with stress at times? Like when you're feeling really stressed, how do you deal with it?
Well, this situation with him, for one, I just work out a lot. I just work out a lot. That's been my new outlet. So working out would be the thing.
Okay. All right. And you usually work out. Is it a daily process?
At least 6 times a week, 5 or 6 times a week.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's my only me time.
Yeah. Definitely working out. You have you tried any other things? Like, is there anything that you tried and you worked at it? It was good, but then might didn't go that well.
Well, I tried to be like, we broke up in March, and I tried to take time off and like just get over everything, and then try to befriend him, and then that just blew up in my face. So that was horrible.
Yeah. Have you talked to anyone else? Do you have like someone you go to when you're usually stressed outside of your relationship?
Right, my best friend Kendra. But she's kind of like biased because she doesn't like him. She hasn't liked him since we started dating. So it's just like her comments and her stuff are just negative, negative, negative. You don't need to worry about it. So I can't really just vent to her with her being like, "Don't worry about him. He's just a boy," but she don't understand.
How do you feel about that? About
That bothers me because even if I don't like the person she's talking to, I still try to give her advice and just hear her out. But I just feel like she cares more about her disliking our relationship than she cares about me trying to express myself. So I really don't talk to nobody about it. I just try to hold it in. I did start journaling last week though.
hmm. How do you do? How you do the journaling? It's,
So like if I'm having like a down moment,
mhm.
I'll just write in my journal, um, write it out. What's my thoughts, and that's about all. And then like if I get sad or whatever, usually I'll call my little sister. She's pretty positive.
Hmm.
She's a little bubbly thing.
Okay. And you and your sister have a pretty good relationship. For you.
She's 11, so like me just saying like, oh, he gets on my nerves. She'll just be like, yeah, people get on your nerves, and she'll just listen or whatever. I won't go deep because she don't even know all that.
Right.
But she'll just be like, it's okay, Key, or whatever. Like you going to school for a good purpose. It's gonna be okay. She's so smart for her age.
Right. Yeah. No, it really is good. Like I said, you're dealing with the relationship and trying to balance it out with school, but then you're making it positive. You're in your This is your senior year of school. Okay. And see, that's really good. You done made it through this far, and you're doing great. With your So you have your sister, journaling, and working out. Those are like some of the three things you do when you're having a bad day or you're just feeling stressed. You need somewhere to go. Correct?
That's great. Yeah, that's all I do.
Yeah. And how long do you usually?
I work out an hour,
Mm-hmm.
hour 15 minutes, and then I journal. I usually do it before I go to sleep
Mm-hmm.
or early in the morning. So it usually takes me like 15, 20 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm challenging myself to do it 100 days. So I'm writing this book called 100 Days of Truth. So that's what my journal's gonna be for the next 100 days. I'm gonna try to get back to my old ways because I haven't been myself in like 2 months.
Yeah, keeping a book of it.
Mhm.
That's great. Like you kind of can go back and look at things, and when things start to run together again, it's kind of like you know how you dealt with it the last time, or looking at it that way.
Right.
Okay. So with everything, with the emotions, with school, have you ever thought about maybe counseling, or with y'all two in the room, or just you yourself?
No,
You don't. You
he's
don't.
not ready for that. He's
Mhm.
not ready. He can't. He. So the sad part of the situation is, I feel like he. I don't just disregard the fact that he cares. I know he cares,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like he cares more about himself than the relationship at this point. So he lashes out. He doesn't know how to communicate, and if it's something he doesn't like, he's defensive.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I brought up counseling, he'd be like, "That's too deep. We could work on it together." Like he wouldn't do it. I know he wouldn't.
Right. Okay. True. Well, maybe has there been anyone who told you maybe about some other resources in the community that you could possibly try or go and talk to? Or I know you, like I said, you have working out, you have journaling, you have your little sister, but some things that could help manage it, because do you feel like it's overwhelming at times?
It's very overwhelming. So, I've been looking into this young women's empowerment group in the Triad, and they just do stuff like girl talk. They just talk. You go out. They do like painting, expressive art, and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm trying to figure out when I'm be able to go and actually sign up for it. But I think I want to start picking that up because I've been looking at it.
Here we actually have a girl talk thing going on within the school,
Mm-hmm.
and they usually bring in girls, and they give out scenarios, and everyone talks and gives their opinion. It's kind of anonymous, like when they be writing stuff out, and it's anonymous, and they talk. But with your sorority sisters, you feel as though they're kind of a support system as well.
Yeah, there are a support system. Me, to be honest, I just don't really like talking to people that are real close to me about my problems. I know that sounds weird, but I feel like that they take on my problems, and sometimes when I'm ready to let the problem go, they're still holding on to it. So it's like if I say I'm stressed out, every time I'm like, Keisha, you don't need to do that. You know you're stressed out. You don't need to add that. You're stressed out. They keep throwing it up. So I'm just like, I don't know if I want to tell people. So I think journaling is easy. Or talking to a stranger like you. I have no problem telling you what's going on.
It's how usually people can deal with that because that's understandable. You saying you're not able to talk to family and friends about it as much because when you're ready to let it go, they won't let it go.
Right.
Yeah. Kind of hard to, balance out, but you're doing well with it. I think with different resources of your own, you're doing great with that. And so, what are some of your strengths that come from the relationship and being with the school?
Well, honestly, I feel like I have, like, I know when I'm getting, like, really down or when it's getting overwhelming. So I know I'm really aware of myself. Like I told you, it's been 2 months. I feel like I've been adding stuff on just to submerge the pain. Like I'm not trying to address the issue. I keep trying to say, it's okay, it's okay. So now I think I finally hit the point where, nah, it's not okay and I need to work on it. Because I know I'm really self-aware. I find healthy ways to manage my stress. But then my weaknesses are I take on everybody else's problem on top of my own. So it's really hard for me to disconnect from everybody else. I'll put everyone else's issue and what they need to do first, and then I'll put myself.
So taking from others, putting into your own life, but you also have journaling though that you usually in there you're talking about yourself, right?
Right.
Just yourself. And the journaling thing, you know how long you're gonna probably run with it or how?
Yeah, for 100 days.
Oh, that's where the book.
100 days. So it's gonna be 100 days of me being real with myself, and I'm going to do one. This one's for my mind, and then I'm gonna do another one for my physical fitness journey. So that's what I'm gonna plan to do. I got a 200-page book, so 100.
And so you're gonna have it like in the house, or will it be carried with you?
Yeah, I have it with me now.
Oh, okay.
In case I have like free time in between classes, I like to reflect. Or if I'm stressed out about school, I think like just free writing, not writing like an assignment, it really helps me to like channel myself and get ready for class.
Okay. With your stress, with school and a relationship, you feel as though sometimes you're putting the past of the relationship over your schooling, or you feel like you're trying to avoid the past and focus on schooling?
Yeah, I feel like I keep trying to avoid the truth, and the truth of the matter is like that relationship was, no matter how I tried to like deny it, that was an unhealthy relationship. Now that I reflect on it, like it was just not healthy at the end because I always felt like I wasn't good enough because he was always telling me you can't do this, you can't come see me, you can't spend time. So it just became like, I don't know, stressful. Like I was trying to compete to be like everybody else he knew. So I keep trying to act like it's okay, but it's not. So I'm trying to move on from the past, but then the past keeps calling and texting. So I'm like,
So is it like a mixed signal? You feel as though like when y'all were together, you needed him as a support system, and then now that y'all aren't together, he's trying to be the support system. Like he's trying to talk and get back in a relationship.
I feel like he just doesn't want me to go too far. I don't even know if he wants to be in a relationship still. He keeps saying, yeah, he loves me, but I'm like, how do you know? And like he doesn't like to dialogue about his feelings or why. He just wants me to take it for what it is, and I can't do that. I did that for like a month, and that was just a lot for me. I was wondering why. He doesn't like to talk.
So he's stationed in Maryland or lives in Maryland?
He's stationed in Annapolis, Maryland.
And how often were you going to Maryland?
Like I went when I could. Most of the time I would catch him when he came home because we're from a similar area. So it's like 2 cities over. So he would just stop on the way through. It'd be more likely for him to come down this way than me to go there or whatever.